Okay, question number 10. It is a little long. So here, the data represents the time in minutes spent reading a political blog in a day. Construct a frequency distribution using 5 classes. In the table, include the midpoints, relative frequencies, and cumulative frequencies. Which class has the greatest frequency and which has the least frequency? So you can enter them in the calculator, or we are going, I just did it by hand and tally them and cross them out as I was counting them. So you always start with the lowest number, and the lowest number is 0. Then the highest data here is 19. So this one is the lowest, 19 is the highest, 19 is the highest amount. So the largest data minus 0 is 19 minus 0 is 19 divided by 5. That gives you 3.8. Again, and you always round up. Always round up. So here it rounds up to 4. So my lower class is 0. Then I add 4 to create the lower limit of the next class. So 0 plus 4 is 4. You keep adding 4, you're going to generate these numbers here. And the upper limit of that first class is going to be 1 less than that first class. So that's how you get 3. Then if you add 4, it's 3 plus 4. Is 7. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 4, 19. So the frequency, I tally them. So I have 2, 1, 2, 7, 8. And again, what I did to make sure that it adds up to the data that we're given, we have 20 items here to work with. So I just took 19 minus 0, and we did that, then the 3.8. So we did the frequency. The midpoint is going to be the sum of each class lower limit plus upper limit. So 0 plus 3 divided by 2. So that's how I did all of those. Relative frequency, you're going to take the frequency divided by the total. So this symbol means the sum. So you have 20 items. The sample size here is 20. So it will be, when you add the frequencies, you have to make sure that it adds up to the sample size. Relative frequency, when you add them up, they have to add up to 1. And that's the relative frequency, is the frequency divided by the total. So there are 20 of them, is 2 out of 20, 1 out of 20, 2 out of 25, 2 out of 20, 7 out of 20, 8 out of 20. So that's how we got this column here. The accumulated frequency is that you start with the 2, then you're going to add the frequency for that class plus the upper class. So this is going to be this is plus the previous one. I'm sorry. Accumulated frequency is the frequency for that class plus the frequency of the previous class. So 1 plus 2, 3. This one, the frequency for this third class is 2, and the frequency for the previous class is 3. So it's 2 plus 3 is 5. 7 is the frequency for the class 4. You add 5, that is the previous frequency, it gives you 12. 8 is the frequency for the last class, and you add 12, that gives you 20. So the accumulated frequency has to add up to the sample size. These two must be the same. So it's a quick way to check. What class with the class with the greatest frequency is 16 to 20, because there are 8 of them. Actually, it's 6 through 19, right? Yeah, 6 through 19, not 6 to 20. 6 through 19. I'm glad you always use a pencil. This one, the class with the least frequency is 4 through 7, 4 to 7. Okie dokie. Next page, that was page 4, and we're gonna stop here because the next one is also a long question. It might take longer.